People always say a great career isn't built in a day. And they're right. But the foundation for it? That's a different story. Today we're going to talk about why those first 1,000 days of your professional life are, no joke, the most important you'll ever have.
1,000 days. It sounds like a lot, right? It's basically your first 3 years. But trust me, it flies by. In this period, it isn't just about, getting through probation or paying your dues. No, think of it as the active construction site for your entire future. The habits you form, the reputation you build, the skills you pick up, right now, that's the bedrock you're going to be standing on for the next 20, 30, even 40 years.
So what are we really talking about with the first 1,000 days? Well, it's this incredibly important window where you're basically setting the entire trajectory of your career. Seriously, you need to think less about grabbing that first quick promotion and way more about installing the fundamental systems, the stuff inside your head and the skills you have that are going to fuel a lifetime of growth. So let's break down exactly how you do that.
Okay, we're going to look at this in 3 main parts, 3 pillars. And the very first one, this might surprise you. It is by far the most important, and it has absolutely nothing to do with what's on your resume or your fancy technical skills. It all starts inside. It's all about mastering your inner game. And when we talk about your inner game, it really boils down to 3 key things: a growth mindset, resilience, and curiosity. Now, the cool part is they aren't separate ideas. They actually feed each other in this awesome, powerful loop. See, when you have a growth mindset, that core belief that you can get better, it just naturally makes you more curious. And when that curiosity leads you to try something new and maybe mess up, and believe me, you will mess up, that's where resilience kicks in. It's what picks you up, dusts you off, and gets you ready to learn and grow from the experience. See how that works?
I love this quote from Churchill because it just hits the nail on the head. Look, in your first 1,000 days, I guarantee you're going to face setbacks. Projects are going to fall apart. You are going to make mistakes. It's just part of the process. The thing you have to drill into your head is that none of it is the end of the world. None of it is fatal. The only thing that really matters is having the courage to get back up and learn something from it. That, right there, is what resilience looks like in the real world.
All right, so once you've started working on that internal mindset, getting your head in the right place, it's time to build out your external foundation. This brings us to pillar number 2, your outer toolkit. And this is all about the tangible stuff you can acquire. We're talking about the actual skills you learn and the professional relationships you build.
The best way to think about this is like a skill stack. Your professional value isn't just one thing, it's a stack of different skills. On one side, you've got your hard skills, the technical, measurable stuff like coding, data analysis, project management. Then, on the other side, you've got your soft skills, the people skills like public speaking, teamwork, negotiation. Now, here's where the magic happens. It's when you stack them together. Think about it. A really great coder? Yeah, they're valuable. But a great coder who can also get up and clearly explain their work to a room full of non-technical people? Wow, that person is an absolute game changer. They're indispensable.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds like a lot to learn, and it can feel overwhelming. So here's a super simple, manageable rule to live by. Every quarter, so every 3 months, just commit to learning 1 new hard skill and practicing 1 new soft skill. That's it. Maybe this quarter it's taking a basic Python course online and joining something like Toastmasters to work on public speaking. Honestly, the specific skills you pick almost matter less than just getting into the consistent habit of always building your toolkit. Okay, the other half of your toolkit is your network. And please, let's just throw out that cringy old school idea of transactional networking. That's not what this is about. The goal here is to build real, authentic, genuine relationships with people. And the golden rule for doing that is so simple. Give before you ask. Be the person who offers help, who shares a cool article you think someone would like, who makes an introduction without being asked. You're building up what's called relational capital, long before you might ever need to ask for something in return. And again, to make this a real thing and not just a nice idea, give yourself a dead simple weekly task, just 1. All you have to do is reach out to 1 new person every single week. It could be someone in a different department at your company, or maybe an interesting person you saw on LinkedIn, or even the author of an article you just read. A quick, "Hey, loved your article on X, really made me think about why," is all it takes. You're just planting a seed.
Okay, so you're working on the right mindset. You're actively building your toolkit of skills and relationships. So what's missing? What ties it all together? That brings us to pillar number 3. You need an operating system, a personal system that makes it all work. This is all about your daily and weekly rhythm, the set of habits that turns all those good intentions into actual, consistent action.
And you really don't need some super complicated, fancy productivity system. Trust me, a simple, repeatable rhythm is way more powerful. It can be as easy as this. Step 1. Every Monday morning, decide on your 3 to 5 most important priorities for the week. Step 2. Go into your calendar and literally block off time to do that deep, focused work. Protect that time. And step 3. On Friday afternoon, take just 15 minutes to look back. What worked? What didn't? Why? This simple loop. Prioritize, focus, reflect. This is the engine that drives all your progress.
So you see how it all connects. A resilient mindset, a constantly growing toolkit, and a disciplined rhythm. When you get these 3 pillars working together in harmony, they create the single most powerful force you can have in your early career. And that force is momentum.
So if there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. Your first 1,000 days are not about being perfect. You don't have to get everything right. You don't have to be the superstar from day one. The real goal is just to build forward momentum. Every little skill you learn, every new relationship you build, every lesson you take away from a mistake, it all adds up. It compounds, like interest in a bank account, building and building over time to create the career you really want.
And look, this isn't some abstract theoretical idea. Your 1,000-day clock? It's already ticking. It started the very first day you began your professional journey. Every single day is another chance to lay one more brick in the foundation of your future. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?